forest. It's beautiful. The falling leaves are all around me, a dozen shades of gold and red. I can hear them like snowflakes, like tiny pieces of life falling away as the trees shed them one by one.
Yes. What are you doing in the forest, Jane?
I'm walking down a road. A little stone wall is running alongside it. I always think, who would have built a wall like that? It's not big enough to keep anyone out or anyone in. It's just ornamental. I could step right over it if I wanted to.
What's at the end of the road, Jane?
The white house with the picket fence.
And you're moving toward the house.
I'm moving toward the house. You helped me to see that, Doctor. I was always moving toward the house. What do you think that house means?
Oh, it's hard to say. Continue now. What happens next?
I come to the end of the lane. The house is there. There's a little picket fence in front and a stone walk leading up to the front porch. There's a gate in the fence right on the stone walk, and I go there, and I stand for a while just looking at the house.
Why don't you go in?
I don't know. I just stand there looking at it.
Then what happens?
The man comes to the window.
Describe this man to me.
He's very old. I can just see his head and his hand that he's using to hold back the curtains. His hand is like a claw, wrinkled, and the nails all yellow.
You told me once you thought the man was frightened.
Yes.
Is he?
I thought that once. Now I'm not so sure.
All right. Then what happens?
I decide I have to go up to the house. So I reach for the gate, and I open it, and then I wake up.
Our time is nearly up for this week, Jane. Let me get the lights. Now, you say you've had this dream every night?
Not every night. Some nights I don't sleep.
The medication doesn't help?
Oh, it helps. I just can't do anything the next day. I'm usually out from under it just in time to take another dose and go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
Here. This is about you, remember? You'll have that breakthrough, just in your own good time. In the meantime, I'm going to go back a few generations and recommend a radical therapy.
What's that?
A vacation. Sometimes it's a change of scenery you need.
I don't know. I've got a lot of work.
You told me you didn't have any pressing deadlines until the new year.
That's true, but I like to get ahead of things if I can.
A weekend, then. That's all I'll prescribe. There's a place my wife and I like to go to up in the islands. A lovely drive, short ferry ride, and a nice bed and breakfast with rooms overlooking the harbor. I think it would be nice for you to have people around, some activity, but at the same time, solitude.
All right.
Here you are. Here's directions and the address. I'll call ahead and make the reservations for you.
Thank you, Doctor.
That's all right. You just get some rest. This might be what leads to your breakthrough.
I'm here, Sandy, for the last time.
It's strange. It's like you're breaking up.
Connection's fine on my end. What can I do for you?
Are you seriously going to head out into the boonies on that quack suggestion?
That quack is the doctor you recommended for me.
Well, it was before we were facing this deadline. Hello?
I'm still here, Sandy.
Well, you sound like you're talking from the Russian front. You're taking your cell phone, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Doctor's orders.
Well, at least tell me where this place this is, then?
The doctor told me not to tell you. He was your shrink for 2 years, too, remember?
That is so unfair. How can a man diagnose me as obsessive-compulsive, then expect me not to act like it?
He told me you weren't obsessive-compulsive. He told me you just used that as an excuse.
What? You're breaking up again.
I have to go, Sandy. It's a 4-hour drive.
Jane, listen to me. Don't go.
Sandy, I can't work this weekend. Doctor's orders.
It's not that, trust me. This isn't what it seems.
I'm going to the island, Sandy.
What? Repeat that.
I said I'm going... Strange. Past 2. 2:15, that's the time. Time for what? Time for a story, I suppose. That's what you do, isn't it, Jane? Tell stories. Oh, they're children's books, I know, but this is a different sort of story. Maybe about madness? Is this what it feels like to go crazy? It's in a wood like this that my dream happens. Not this road, though. Very different. This is a 2-lane blacktop, high speed limit. The dream is on a country lane. It would be peaceful if it weren't... What does lay at the other end? A house. A frightened man. And he is frightened. You're lying to your shrink about that, but what's inside the house? You've never seen it before, so it must not exist. It must represent something. Or someone. Gosh, that truck. Look at that truck. He's out of control. He's out of control! Gosh, that was close. What was he doing? I've hit the windshield. There's a spider web in the glass. A little blood on my forehead and my... No, I'm all right. Just a bump. I've hit a tree. Car's done for, that's obvious. I can't believe the truck didn't stop. Didn't stop at all. No cell phone. No choice. Walk. You're back in the woods again, Jane. An autumn wood. Soft of sight and fragrance. Ooh, a mailbox. Yeah, and a driveway. I'll go up here. Soft of sight. Leaves falling all around. I didn't know they really fell like that. Like snowflakes. Snowflakes on the path on the little stone wall. The stone wall. It can't be. It can't be. But it is. This is the road. This is the forest, the trees, the sounds, everything. This is the place from my dream. What's happening to me? It isn't possible. Some kind of precognition? Even if it was, what does it mean? What did it mean having all those dreams, night after night after night, until I couldn't sleep, until I couldn't even close my eyes? What is this place? I've never been here before, have I? I've never seen this place except in a dream. A dream. It's all a dream, isn't it? Isn't it? Up there, at the end of the lane. Yes, it's the house. The fence. Yes, just as I saw it. The house was white. Yes, the gate, the little plum tree in the front yard, and the window upstairs. The window. All right, Jane. This is the point where you either believe it or not. This is the point of the dream when the old man comes to the window and looks out. His bald head is going to appear. The shriveled claw of his hand is going to hold back the curtains. If it happens like that, then what? What if he doesn't come? That's not possible, is it? The forest is just as I saw it. The house and the road and the small stone wall, all just as I saw them. What happens if he doesn't come to the window? Where will I be then? He's not coming. He doesn't even exist, probably. There probably never was a man like that in this house. There's probably an old woman. 2 old women. A young couple with kids and a dog. The place is shuttered up, waiting for the owners to... It's him. Who is he? Who are you? Look at his face. He is frightened. He's terrified. Why? Why? Why are you afraid of me? What's wrong? This has gone far enough. Come on, please. Come on. I'm really sorry to bother you, but my car, I had an accident up there on the road.
I know.
And well, the thing is, that's not all. This is going to sound crazy, but I know this house. I've seen it before. I've seen you. Tell me, do I look familiar at all to you? Have we met?
I've seen you before.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Where was it? I mean, you look familiar to me, but I can't remember meeting you. And this house, have you always lived here?
I'm only one lives here. Wife moved out, children won't come back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It all happened a long time ago.
I know I sound incredibly nosy, but you understand I need to ask you, why won't they come back?
Don't you know, young lady? This here house is haunted.
What are you saying?
10 years ago, woman got into a car crash just up there on the road. She walked down here, stood at my gate, came up to my door, knocking on it, asking for help. I answer her. Can't give her no help. No phone in the house. It was only later we found out that woman died. Instantly.
Why would I know that?
My house is haunted, miss. Haunted. By you.
The House in the Woods was based on a classic ghost story, author unknown. It was adapted for audio by Jeffrey Adams. Music by Hollis Higgins. Jane was played by Marion Scadden. The Doctor and the Old Man were played by Christopher Scadden. Sandy was played by Jeffrey Adams.